Last time on Robloxian SASUKE, the Kanzen renewal began. The first 30 of the 100 challengers attempted the redesigned first stage, and for the first time an episode concluded without a single competitor being able to complete the course. Now, the second group of challengers attempts to do what the first couldn't. Can any of these brave 40 pave their way to success and ultimately lead to them becoming the next grand champion of Robloxian SASUKE? Hello everyone, my name is Jamie Dorino and welcome back to Tournament 4. Today, the second wave of competitors will give the first stage their best shot. Hope has not been too high, unfortunately, as last episode no one could complete the gauntlet and secure a spot into the second stage. However, this group features some of the best, with many of them running earlier than usual thanks to the lottery held at the start of the tournament. Just like usual, Wave 2 consists of 40 competitors, 10 more than Episode 1, meaning that there's more chance for success, and one of the most successful competitors, Turwick5943, is ready for its fourth appearance. In his 3 previous attempts, Turwick has only failed to reach the third stage once. However, since Tournament 2, Turwick's been incredibly consistent. He's got 2 back-to-back second stage finishes and the second fastest clear time on both the first and second stages, showing that he is truly a competitor to look out for. Despite this, Turwick has been on a slight decline as of late. After getting to the cliffhanger in Tournament 2, Turwick couldn't quite replicate that result when he failed Infinity Rings, leaving that tournament without the rematch that he wanted. This continued to other competitions like Steel Castle, where he's been unable to reach the third stage altogether. Someone else very consistent running today is Borneo, formerly a Thunderbird. Thunder's story in Roblox Ninja over the last few years has been amazing to watch in real time. Going from someone who's believed to be past his prime to now being one of the biggest threats to win almost every competition. Thunder's renaissance began in Robloxian SASUKE 2 when he was just the third to complete Cliffhanger and got second place when he failed Pipe Slider. He followed it up with a strong performance in Tournament 3, however the new medal spin will ultimately be his undoing. Thunder's finally began to branch out to other competitions, and most recently he made it to the third stage in Steel Castle's Renewal, showing that when the courses get tougher, he's willing to put in his best efforts. Those 2 and 38 others will start out just like everyone else on the first stage. The renewed first stage has already proven itself to be one of the hardest in all of Roblox Ninja. No one could beat all 8 obstacles in Episode 1. One of the first hurdles to overcome is the new Rolling Marta. Whether it's staying on a log once it starts to roll, finding the rhythm to control the log, or timing your dismount off the obstacle correctly, this obstacle has been a major factor in determining how competitors' runs turn out. To complete the obstacle, competitors must continue to stay centered and roll with the log, or else they'll spin out just like the 9 others who have already failed it. Defying Gravity follows right after, and this returning obstacle has once again been a silent killer. Even though only 3 have gone down on this obstacle itself, finding the best place to jump between the walls has proven to be a massive time waster for later on in the stage. The swinging force now closes off the stage rather than being placed halfway through, and this change has ultimately been what's preventing a clear. 4 competitors have already reached the obstacle, but these 7 increasing sets of ropes have eliminated all in their way to the buzzer, with tons getting the closest. And if anyone can't complete the swinging force today and hit the buzzer, they'll only be awarded the clear if they did it all within the 80-second time limit. Everyone else will be eliminated. Going to the starting line right now is number 31. It's going to be Stop It Soon. Stop It Soon, formerly known as Fragile as Agile. This is going to be his 3rd attempt at Robloxian SASUKE last tournament. Had his best tournament ever, making it to the new Defying Gravity. Unfortunately, was not able to clear it. So, with Defying Gravity being earlier on into the course, that's going to give Stop It Soon a lot better of a chance to be able to get his revenge. And he's going to walk straight onto that first stone. Very risky, but wow, he's going through that obstacle very quickly. One of the most skilled competitors in the community, been in the community for so long, also does Ninja in real life. Recently recovered from a shoulder injury, shoulder surgery actually, but here is his revenge here, able to get through Defying Gravity, and has officially gotten himself through an obstacle he has failed. Now up next, it's going to be Twin Dia, an obstacle he's never faced before. Gotta be able to reach it. There we go, able to get onto that second diamond. But going at a little bit of a slow pace here. Stop It Soon. Gonna need to be able to pick up the pace if he wants to be able to clear half the time left as he's onto the halfway point of the stage. able to get into the net of the jump hang though, so that's very good, and able to climb up equally just as fast as he was able to mount into it, able to get it with a lot of height there. as he gets through the net, and now onto Sora Tatsukabe. This wall been troublesome for a few competitors. We've already seen a timeout on this obstacle, but now, stopping at the end of the wall, gonna let it reset. Now gonna go for attempt number 2 here. Able to get up right there though, but 15 seconds are left on the clock. This is not looking good. Very low on key change, but able to get it. And number 31, 10 seconds left. Force swinging force, but unable to get through it. Stop it soon, unable to complete this brutal first stage. The 5th to attempt swinging force and the 5th in a row to fail it. So unfortunate with the time ticking down. It just wasn't meant to be, but he was able to get through defying gravity, which is still a victory within itself. Failed the obstacle last tournament and was just able to persevere, but unfortunately, swinging force just could not get the victory on it. Knew he was running low on time and just had to rush it to be able to get through the obstacle, but unfortunately just could not reach that succeeding rope, and an obstacle that he was able to beat last tournament unfortunately does him in here. Albeit it's a very hard challenge, but still, a personal best here from Bo. Yeah, he says his time will come. Unfortunately, not here, but hopefully tournament 5, it will happen. And now on the starting line, this is someone who has a very interesting track record in Robloxian SASUKE. It's Vix. Now, Vix, every single time he's attempted this course, he has failed the first obstacle. So that is going to be 2 failures on the quintuple steps and 1 failure on Boyoishi. Boyoishi practically unchanged since last tournament, so has a chance to be able to get through this obstacle. What did he just do? He just missed the mount onto the first stone! And that makes him fail the first obstacle 4 tournaments in a row. Xvips just walking around, not really seeming all too sad about that, actually. Another person gearing up for attempts number 4 is Game South Fan 123. Now, Game been on a slight decline as of late, made it all the way to Whirlpool in Tournament 2, but last tournament went down on Silk Slider and probably one of the most abstract ways possible. Regen the obstacle and then was unable to get on the Silk as it started sliding away and then slid off the front of it like it was a slip and slide. So with Silk Slider gone, there is absolutely no chance that he will be able to replicate that fail. Hopefully we'll be able to get himself a personal best here. As you can see on his avatar, he's got a little bit of a party hat on. That's because as the day he's running it is his birthday. So hopefully gonna be able to have some birthday luck here as he's going through rolling bar to go for a jump there at the end. But able to get through it and now head on to defying gravity. Look at this pace that he's going at. Game South Fan 123 gets himself that personal best that he's been looking for. But got Twin Dia up in front of him, doesn't jump. Game! Oh, and that's so unfortunate to see. He was moving so fast. He was moving with a purpose there. And you can see him incredibly happy to be able to get himself that personal best. I am happy for him too. Game one of the most deserving competitors to do well in this competition. And with his recent switch from mobile to PC, that is something that's definitely visible here. Being able to increase it with skill is something that's so amazing to see. Strawberry Short Queen has been practicing a lot for her second attempt at Robloxian SASUKE, now heading up to the position where she failed last tournament. Failed Whirlpool to find gravity, brand new, unable to get to that obstacle. Missed the jump from that first and second wall, and her second attempt's already over. Jinx 8080KD has a lot of support here from Borneo and Tons able to make it to the last obstacle, so hopefully Jinx 8080KD can have an amazing sophomore run, but unfortunately, that's going to be his run. That's only right there and there on the first obstacle. The Ninja Warrior of Roblox host Bubba A's 37 already done better than he did last tournament when he failed the mount on the first obstacle, and now trying to size up this transition from the first to second wall, unable to get it. And that is going to be another competitor down on the defying gravity wall. So brutal. Now stepping up to the starting line is someone who's in a very similar position to Vix. So this is number 37, Cubs Rule 37. Audrey, of course, with her signature number exempt from the lottery. Audrey has failed the first obstacle every single time she's attempted the course. But last tournament 3, she actually was almost able to complete Boyoishi. Got very close to the end of the obstacle, just could not be able to clear it. But this tournament, she has something that in previous runs she has not had. She has her sister this time. She has been training extensively with her sister Millie, who conveniently is going to be running right after that by some miracle in the lottery. So Audrey, attempt number 4 is heading into Boyoishi, and look at the pace that she's having. She is moving very quickly here. Usually on the first obstacle, she moves very slow, but she's able to get to the end. Audrey has been able to beat the first obstacle. This has been a momentous occasion. Audrey into uncharted territory. The Kanzen Renewal being able to give her some amazing results here. Able to get through another obstacle and now defying gravity. This is an obstacle that so many others have struggled with. Flipping around here, going for that transition, able to get it! comes to 37, able to go on to Twin Dia. This has been just an absolutely amazing run here. 40 seconds into her run, onto obstacle 4, going straight for the transition. Unable to get through the obstacle, but still absolutely amazing there from Audrey. You know, heading into this tournament, she was looking at potentially filling that first obstacle for a 4th tournament in a row. But here, able to defy the odds, defy gravity even, and get through to obstacle number 4. And you can tell that she is so incredibly proud of what she was able to do. And now she's going to be walking over to the starting line, getting ready to coach her sister on what she is able to do. Now that one sister has been able to complete the first obstacle, the sky is the limit. Getting ready on the starting line is prevail, number 38. You can tell that she's very excited to get onto this run, but you know, she's also very, very scared. You know, Audrey not having the best track record when it comes to Robloxian SASUKE, so wanting to be able to, you know, continue the trend that she has had so far and potentially get herself also to the 4th obstacle. So, gonna be able to get herself, oh no, she said she's scared, so this is not gonna be good. You know, coming into a course for the first time, this is gonna be her first ever Roblox Ninja course. So, got a lot of hopes to live up for here as she gets ready for her first ever 80-second attack on a Roblox Ninja course. And here we go! prevail, Millie getting ready for this attempt. Going with a lot more slower of a pace here compared to Audrey, who was just blazing through this first obstacle. But, you know, still gonna go through it. Able to get the jump out. Audrey failed last tournament and able to get through that obstacle as well. And that is 2 sisters in a row able to get through Boyoishi. But Rolling Marta up next. Yeah, you can see she's very excited. Letting out a sigh of relief. Now heading to the dismount. Able to get that as well. prevail now has Defying Gravity in front of her at a bit of a slow pace though. So if she wants to clear, oh, unfortunately unable to get to that second wall. But still, it was a great run there from both of us, celebrating in the water there. I will be so proud of this run. You know, after seeing your sister fail same obstacle, same position 3 times in a row, being able to best that obstacle with your sister is so amazing to see. Getting ready for his first attempt on the course, this is going to be Adam 801314. So, Adam going to be a newcomer attempting this course, not seeing a lot of success on this course, but you know, maybe it can take someone whose first attempt it is on the course to be the one who prevails. So, Adam, with a bunch of numbers following afterwards, almost misses the mount on that first stone of Boyoishi, but gonna keep moving as if he didn't stumble whatsoever, and that is one obstacle clear there. But that stumble at the start of the course did take out a few seconds from his time, so gonna need to make sure that he continues to keep moving, slowly but surely getting down Rolling Marta. Now got the dismount up in front of him, jumping off of it perfectly, and now got Defying Gravity up next. Been on the course for almost 30 seconds, so preparing for this third one, going sideways, going into the obstacle, and now got the dismount as well, and now Twin Dia is up next for him to face. A slow rotation around, getting ready for the mount onto it, perfect. And now another person taking more rotations, but gonna get the second one perfectly, and he's gonna go straight for the dismount! But that's gonna be it for his run, and wow! After a relatively slow run, rushing the dismount, something that I really didn't expect from him, and unfortunately it's gonna cost him. Unable to get to the dismount, and that's so unfortunate to see. Yeah, you can notice he knew that he was running low on time, so just being urgent is something that's so important to see out of these competitors. Great to see it out of Adam. Dancing on the starting line is number 40 to run the first stage. This is Wipeout Boy 10, better known as Jack is Trash. Jack competed last tournament, had a pretty good newcomer performance. Unfortunately, unable to get through Swinging Forest. Had a good mount, but yeah, unfortunately just could not get the transition from first to second. So if he wants to get his revenge on Swinging Forest, he will need to get to the 8th obstacle, but if he wants to get himself a personal best, we'll just need to be able to get through Twin Dia. So we've seen a lot of competitors be able to reach Twin Dia. Been a bit of a threat for a lot of these competitors. Wipeout Boy 10, Jack is Trash, going a little bit slowly there through Boyoishi, but still able to get through it nevertheless. Now, this is going to be his first new challenge to face here. Rolling Marta, gotta be able to stay steady and centered, not panic, able to get a big fling there off of the obstacle, and now going quickly into Defying Gravity as well, very low! Ooh, that's so unfortunate. That's honestly an interesting way to see a competitor go out there. Got a good first transition there, but as he was preparing to make the transition from the second to third, just got way too low, couldn't save it. And yeah, says it was a fumble, and I could not agree more. Was in a very good position to be able to clear the obstacle, but just somehow got too low, couldn't get the climbing animation needed to stay on the obstacle, slipped off, and that's going to end his second appearance. Up next in the first stage is the competitor who was the first to break through last tournament and is looking to do the same here. It's Jacozzi. Before Jacob stepped up to run Robloxian SASUKE 3, the course was on the longest route without a clear at the time, but he ended up changing that. After clearing the first stage, Jacob put up a strong showing on the second, but the spider walk would end his debut run. Jacob has continued to impress in many other Roblox Ninja competitions, with him nearly beating the first stage in Balloon Ninja Warrior 21, which also happens to be a renewal. Despite his consistency on the first stage, he has yet to show as much prowess as he's wanted to on the second, as he's yet to hit a buzzer on that stage. With the first stage once again having no finishers when it's time for him to run, can Jacob have lightning strike twice and be the first to punch his ticket onward? That is a question that we are asking today here. 40 runs, no clear. So, this drought that we are having is absolutely unprecedented. Jacob wants to be able to be the first to get through, but he has a lot of nerves when it comes to this course, especially regarding the second obstacle, Rolling Marta. Completely different to Soak Slider, which he was able to beat easily last time. So here we go. Able to get through Boyoshi very quickly. If he is able to beat this obstacle and keep up a fast pace, he will be in a great position to become clear number 1. Oh no! Jacozzi, unable to get through that obstacle, took a few rotations, but just could not find the rhythm. And yeah, he's saying that he just expected that to happen. It's just so unfortunate to see these competitors unable to best this brutal first stage. Jacozzi, the most armed to be able to be the first to do it. Yet again, another one, unable to best it. Getting some support from Tom Gowie is Comet Wave, number 42, the next to run the first stage. Comet recently becoming more of a Roblox Ninja machine, being able to beat the first stage in Steel Castle, which was also a renewal. So Comet has a lot of expectations here heading into this run. Last tournament failed Swinging Force. Now to get his revenge on Swinging Force, he's going to need to get all the way to obstacle 8. But he has put in more training than anyone to get far on this course. And yeah, right here, you can see very evident so far. Able to get through that first obstacle in less than 10 seconds. Now has Rolling Marta up in front of him to attempt. Taking some slow rotations to get himself down to the bottom of the obstacle. Able to get it right there. 20 seconds off of the clock, and you can tell that he is moving with a purpose here. Landing each of these walls, and now heading up to obstacle number 4. This is Twin Dia. A little bit less technical than Swinging Force. Gabriel gets dismount though to secure personal best. Able to get it right there though. Okay. 4 obstacles left for Comet Wave, sizing up the trampoline obstacle of the stage, jump hang, and now going up the obstacle, heading up to the top of the net perfectly right there. Comet Wave moving with a purpose on the stage. Going very quickly here, unable to get up Sori Tatsukabe in 1 though, so that's going to stunt his growth just a little bit. Going for attempt number 2, also unable to get it here, so time now going to be a little bit of a question here. That fast pace on the start of the course, that's going to be rewarded here. Now key change up next, able to get that as well, okay. 15 seconds are left for Comet Wave on the Swinging Forest. Already done better than he did last time, but 10 seconds left. Near that bucket in his mouth, yes! Comet Wave, the first to be able to break through the first stage, and you can tell that he is so incredibly excited to be able to get through to the top of that tower. 7.9 seconds left on the clock. This first stage is finally possible, and Comet Wave is the one to show that it is. Moving very, very quickly throughout this first 5 obstacles really helped him out when it came time for Sori Tatsukabe taking 3 full attempts to be able to get up the obstacle. But from there, Swinging Force was the next challenge for him to face, and he used his tournament 3 failure on it to be able to pave his way to the end. Look at the pace that he had on this obstacle, taking some time here and there to redirect his swing, but ultimately just navigating his way through each of those ropes perfectly and working his way up to the dismount, where he very quickly found himself onto the dismount platform. 42 attempts, and we finally have our first clear Comet. We'll be kicking off the field onto the second stage just in a little bit. Absolutely amazing to see Comet Wave, just his second appearance, another renewal that he's able to complete. Newer fan trying to be the first competitor to be able to complete the course since Comet Wave's run. Moving a little bit slowly, but now she's picking up the pace here, but oh no! Unable to get through Boyoshi there. Got into a little bit of a climbing animation and then jumped at the wrong time. Turwick 5943, 2 tournaments in a row, able to get through the second stage, but oh no, turn wing! And this has been a shocking fail here from him. Unable to get through defying gravity, an obstacle that he was able to beat easily last time out here. Football fan 0506 has not had a lot of luck with the first stage, not been able to ever get through the third obstacle. If he gets this last position, he will be able to get himself a personal best. Football fan 0506 unable to defeat the third obstacle yet again. On the starting line right now, for his first attempt at Robloxian SASUKE, this is XXXDFVV, better known as Kui. So, Kui, with a very abstract username, hopefully will have a more not abstract run here as his newcomer performance on Robloxian SASUKE. Defying gravity, been an obstacle that so many competitors so far have struggled with. The last two competitors have gone down on it, but Boyuishi cannot be overlooked, able to get through that obstacle, and now heading over to Rolling Marta. Taking about 15 seconds to get through that first obstacle, and now moving slowly but surely down this. And I like what he's doing so far, with each rotation moving slightly back, the perfect technique there to get through that obstacle, and now has defying gravity up in front of him. Moving at the very edge of each of these walls, sliding a little bit down, be able to correct that. He's able to correct that there, and now got the last wall, and towards this mount there. Perfect job there. Now Kui onto Twin Dia. Jumped out a little bit of the wrong time onto that first diamond, but still in a good position to get onto the second diamond. Able to make it right there. But this entire run so far has not been the fastest. Able to get onto the dismount platform, but with 4 obstacles left, he's got less than 30 seconds to be able to complete them. Able to preset some of those blocks, getting into jump hang. Now gonna need to keep moving up to the top of this wall. Got one more block left to be able to get to the top. 15 seconds left. It is not looking good, but a quick dismount off the obstacle. 10 seconds left for Kui. Now Soritas can be up front, unable to get it on attempt number 1. 5 seconds left for now time. Oh, able to get up the wall, but unfortunately it looks like time's gonna run out for him here on key change. Get onto the obstacle, but able to complete it, but not before time runs out on him. Unfortunately, Kui plagued by a slow pace throughout the entire run, and unfortunately time's up as he completes key change, but still, a newcomer performance like that is very hard to come by. Still, a great run from him. Now walking up to the starting line with a very abstract avatar, this is going to be Wow Euro wearing number 47 in the run order. So we're going to see what they are able to do heading into this 8 obstacle gauntlet. 80 seconds to be able to complete this course. Just saw a competitor almost make it to the last obstacle who was a newcomer, but Wow Euro almost misses the jump onto Boyuishi. That would have been definitely not the ideal way to start your career at Robloxian SASUKE, but they're moving pretty quickly though through the obstacle despite the scare, and now got into Rolling Marta. Gotta get the log rolling first, able to get it rolling, and now slow but steady pace down to the end of this obstacle. Going with a quick dismount as well, skipping a good amount of that landing platform. Wow Euro heading into defying gravity. Gotta flip around a little bit low here on the wall. Gotta climb up. Oh, able to get higher up there. Very, very low on it, but still able to have a good technique and advance onward to Twin Dia. Gonna miss that first transition. Wow Euro wants to get it here. Oh, goes way too early there. Wow Euro with a little bit of an unfortunate technique there. Had a slow pace heading into the obstacle, but then they just could not connect with that second diamond, and that's going to send them out as another competitor out on this brutal 4th obstacle, Twin Dia. On the starting line right now, Kaufman 3913, ready for attempt number 3. Kaufman most recently has actually gained more of a reputation for the pace he's had in a lot of competitions. Last tournament infamously ran out of time before he was even able to get onto Silk Slider and then just jumped off the side of it. So with his pace, I don't know really if it's intentional or if it's more of nerves, honestly. Kaufman, this trend has extended into other competitions of him just not having the best pace, and we're seeing it right here. 10 seconds already gone for Kaufman, 3913. Not even onto the first stone of Boyuishi. Really taking some time here to prep for that mount. Able to get onto it, but yeah, he is taking his sweet and precious time. This time limit, not messing around. We've seen so many time ups on this course. Kaufman very well can join him, very well can join them, as we have a lot of them in the event he does not pick up this pace here. This first obstacle, pretty much the same as it was last tournament, able to beat it. So unless he regresses, will be able to beat this obstacle. 35 seconds left, not even halfway through this obstacle. But I like the pace, I like the technique he's having. Definitely do not like the pace, but his technique of going sideways to make sure that he's able to maximize the gap between each of these is working out for him as he's able to get to the dismount. 22 seconds, so he actually has time to attempt the second obstacle, unlike last tournament. But now the question remains of what he's going to do on this obstacle. You know, never attempted rolling Marta, failed the silk slider properly in tournament 2, able to get onto the log, but here is the klaxon. You can hear it. So insane that we're hearing it on the second obstacle. He's able to beat it though, so I will take that as a win. Gets onto the first wall, defying gravity. But that is going to be his time. Able to get the second transition though, unfortunately will not count. Time running out on that first wall. But still, a personal best for him. Able to beat the second obstacle just barely. Should take that as a win for what it is. Getting ready for his first attempt at Robloxian SASUKE. This is number 49, Min Huang 209 2004. Min having a lot of success recently in Roblox Ninja, quickly becoming one of the most skilled and talked about competitors in the community in general. You know, you see him performing very, very well in a lot of competitions. So, with him having his first attempt here at Robloxian SASUKE, the sky is the limit for what he's able to do. And look at that pace. Able to get through the first obstacle in just 8 seconds as compared to Kaufman, who took a minute on that obstacle. So, Min definitely taking this course a lot more seriously, wants to be able to turn in a good newcomer result, gets a distance of rolling Marta very quickly, and now heading into defying gravity. With this being a renewal and being one of the hardest courses that there's ever been, hopes are very high to succeed, but the challenges could not be any harder. Min Huang going very quickly here, not able to get the transition from the first to second diamond, going for it right here, unable to get it. I thought he had that. I think the fact that he went forward ultimately costed him there. If he went sideways, I think he would have had enough distance to be able to reach it, but going forwards, might have been wanting to get a climbing animation into that second diamond, but unfortunately, just did not work out in his favor with the edge of it, and Min Huang's first attempt at Robloxian SASUKE ends disappointingly. Rounding out the first half of competitors, this tournament is number 50, Nebula Deception. Now, Shadow, ever since winning Classic Robloxian SASUKE 3, has been unable to complete the first stage. Got the closest he did in Tournament 2 when he timed out on Sword Tatsuke. We've already seen one Sword Tatsuke time out this tournament, so Shadow does not want to make that happen again. And if he wants to get back to Sword Tatsuke, he's actually got to go a little bit further. This tournament, Sword Tatsuke, 6th obstacle the first stage as compared to Tournament 2 when it was the 5th. So, going to need to make sure that he turns in his best run ever. Alongside that, he failed Swinging Force last time, regressed slightly. So, if he wants to get revenge on that obstacle, going to need to be able to persevere to obstacle 8. So, the road could not be any more difficult here for Shadow, but Shadow's so capable of delivering when the pressure is high. Has actually been on a very good streak of good results as of late. Was able to make it to the 3rd stage and beat the cliffhanger in Rising Ninja Warrior 6 and actually become 2nd place in that tournament overall. So, Shadow has a lot of good results here, but if he wants to get a personal best, there we go, he's got himself a personal best there. Able to beat Jump Head and gets up Sword Tatsuke 1. This has been a great pace, 32 seconds. Why did he jump Shadow? Out on key change, and his personal best run, unable to get through there. What went wrong on that run? He was so close to being able to get himself his rematch with Swinging Force, but that technique was just not good. But Chumpang, that was absolutely amazing. He just ran through that tight walk on the bottom of the obstacle, and then got up Sword Tatsuke in one attempt. The obstacle that eliminated him back in Tournament 2, but it was key change. That was ultimately his undoing there. Just did not jump whatsoever on the keyboard, and then just fell and could not connect with the landing platform. We've seen a lot of competitors jump the middle of it, and that's the technique that works out for him, but Shadow, in a rare lapse of judgment, unable to get through an obstacle that requires fast reaction timing. Yeah, says he lacks the true knowledge for how to tackle that obstacle. Unfortunate, but still the best run that we have seen out of Shadow so far. The next to run the first stage is a notable host in the community. It's XNNW Fan 8. XN's the host of SASUKE Roblox Warrior, a competition that just wrapped up taping for its 3rd tournament. Alongside being a host, he is also a competitor, but has yet to find as much success as he has with his competition. In most competitions, XN has been unable to get through the first stage, and as the courses get tougher, XN has continuously struggled to adapt. He has frequently been unable to get through the first half of the stage, and as of recent has been continuing decline even further, with him going down on the second obstacle more often than ever. Despite his strong run in Robloxian SASUKE 1, where he made it to the Swinging Forest, his last 2 tournaments have followed a trend similar to his other results, going down on the Silk Slider both times. With Silk Slider now gone and in the past, can XN kick off this back half of runs with a bang and get his personal best result? It is very possible for him. We have seen a lot of competitors be able to get some best results here, including Shadow, who just ran and got himself his personal best. So, XN here getting ready for his 80-second attack, his 4th attempt at the course. One of just a select few to be able to compete here in every tournament, and he's moving very quickly through Boyoishi. A very strong attempt, but here is Rolling Marta. This obstacle replacing Silk Slider, going with, not going sideways, but actually going forwards. And that is working out for him with a slow approach, but able to get through the obstacle. But now that he was on that obstacle for a long time, he's got to start thinking about being more conscious of the time. Gotta get through Defying Gravity very low here. Able to get onto that 3rd wall, just barely. Any lower and he would have for sure missed it. But now XN going into Twin Dia, just barely getting onto the edge of that diamond. Any lower and he would have for sure gotten stunned, and going forward on the dismount as well. XN going very risky with each of these runs, but gonna keep moving on to jump hang, but walks off the trampoline there. Oh man. XN, yeah, you could see him saying that he was just nervous up until this point, but still, it was a great run for him. Finally was able to get through the second obstacle for the first time since Tournament 1, and also was able to get through the 4th obstacle, paving his way over to jump hang. But unfortunately, another trampoline obstacle just was not able to complete it, not even getting the jump off the trampoline. Pipe Slider is an obstacle that is placed so late into the course that only 4 competitors have ever been able to attempt it. This next competitor to run the first stage had a battle with it back in Tournament 1, but ever since then has not been able to reach it since. It is number 52 to run the first stage. This is Robotic Pie. Robotic, after a very early wipeout last tournament, is back for attempt number 4. After 2 back-to-back 3rd stage appearances in Tournament 1 and Tournament 2, Seabot would shock all. When wearing number 99, he would go down on Silk Slider, just the 2nd obstacle of the first stage. So, Seabot has so much to prove here heading into attempt number 4. And last year was definitely not a good year for Seabot. Had a lot of very unfortunate runs. So, this year has already been a lot better for him. Ran Steel Castle, which was also Renewal, and actually ended up clearing that course. So, we know that it is very possible for him to do it. And with Common Wave also clearing Steel Castle 4 and clearing Robloxian SASUKE 4, there is a very good chance that those results could be mimicked. However, Seabot very laggy so far. You can see it on the starting line. Now trying to line up the transition, but it looks like he's freezing a little bit. Yep, it was most definitely the lag there as he got a little bit frozen there. This is another obstacle where that lag is going to be tested here for Seabot. Able to get onto the second diamond with the sideways technique and able to get onto the dismount as well. 40 seconds left for this dreaded jump hang. We just saw XN go down here, able to land into the obstacle, and now the question is, oh, he's going to be going up. Opting to ascend up this obstacle rather than face the tightrope at the bottom of the obstacle. Able to get up and over, but a little bit caught up here. This is going to eat away at his time. 22 seconds left for these final 3 obstacles, starting off with Soritotsuka Bay. Floating in mid-air, looks like that lag's going to be affecting him again. Oh, and there goes. He's able to get through key change, but 12 seconds left. This is another very lag-heavy obstacle here. Got 8 seconds left for these final 5 ropes, just 3 ropes left to go. Time is ticking down. Seabot going to backswing, able to land it. 2.6 seconds left on the clock. Seabot, for his 3rd time in Robloxian SASUKE, will be advancing to the 2nd stage. After last tournament, it was a very likely chance that he would have followed that up with another unfortunate performance. But here, Seabot able to best his track record, get another great result in Robloxian SASUKE, and also best the lag that he was very severely facing throughout this entire run. He's able to get to the top of Swinging Forest, get a great jump, and able to land on the landing platform just barely. It was a great run. You can see the crowd very happy to see him advancing onward just the 2nd to show that this first stage is possible. Seabot will begin his 3rd attempt at the 2nd stage, hoping to make it 3 for 3 on it. Such an amazing run there from the veteran. With Silk Slider gone, hopefully the Piplup Ninja will have a much cleaner results here as he gets ready for Rolling Marta. Had a wicked wipeout last time, and this time, not even able to get one rotation on Rolling Marta. falls off and loses grip almost immediately. Dipk reached third stage back in Tournament 1. However, has not been able to reach it since. Took a hiatus, but this time, after a break from the course, is out on Boyoishi, an obstacle that he never got to face since he missed last tournament. Wow! Light_B has had a very promising run so far, already through Boyoishi very quickly, and also a very fast pace here through Rolling Marta, but gets caught up at the dismount, unable to get to that final platform, and unfortunately, that's going to eliminate him. Through a Bashback 1, not had a lot of success in Robloxian SASUKE, back at the third obstacle for his third time, but again, unable to get through the obstacle. No longer swinging force, now Twindaya, but it looks like he might have a new foe in place of that. Walking up to the starting line is the host of Sasuke Craft. This is Joey's Neighborhood, formerly known as Galactic Says Hi. Last tournament, unable to complete Whirlpool, but in Tournament 2, was so close to being able to complete the first stage, timed out right at the top of Tarzan Nabori. Now, with his first stage having a complete overhaul, he has a bunch of new obstacles in front of him if he wants to be able to complete the course. But up first is Boyoishi. This is an obstacle that he was able to defeat last tournament, able to get through that, and now has Rolling Marta. Never really had troubles with Silk Slider, was able to beat it in all 3 tournaments that he competed in beforehand, and whoa, going for a jump at the end. That was a very risky technique, but now we're going to see him attempt to find gravity for the first time. He's going very low on these walls. Was unable to attempt this obstacle back last tournament because he failed Whirlpool, but able to get there on his first try at it. So, Joey's Neighborhood now heading into Twindaya. This is going to be another new obstacle for him to face. If he wants to be able to get through this obstacle with a fast time, he's got to go for it there, able to get it. But another competitor who's going to be opting to go for more rotations on this obstacle. Joey, not one of the fastest competitors when it comes to time management. Remember, he timed out back in Tournament 2, so gonna need to make sure that he picks up the pace. Now he's gonna climb up jump hang, just needs to make sure that he stays composed here, taking some time to click each of these blocks to make sure that they're able to be collidable, able to get it, but 16 seconds left. Gotta get up Soritotsuke here if he wants to be able to clear. Unable to get up it right there. And here comes the klaxon. It is no, he almost had it there. Joey just a split second too late. Unfortunate, not able to get on attempt number 2 or attempt number 3, and he has accepted his fate. Joey's Neighborhood runs out of time on Soritotsuke, the second competitor this tournament to be undone by this obstacle. And yeah, you can tell he was not expecting this result whatsoever. This is the second time in Robloxian SASUKE that he has run out of time on this course. Was expecting to fail either Defying Gravity or Jump Hang. Was able to best those, but still could not get himself a personal best. But, still, this shows that he can get very deep into these first stages. Head into the starting line, another competitor on their 4th attempt. This is DJ Dilly. DJ been on a steady increase with every single run last tournament. That culminated in him getting his personal best, when he made it to Swinging Force. Unfortunately, was not able to complete the obstacle, but still, a personal best is a personal best. DJ, one of the most likely to succeed in a lot of competitions. He is able to perform very good when the pressure is high, and that couldn't be more true here! But as I say that, he goes down on Boyoishi, and this is the second time in Robloxian SASUKE that DJ has gone down on a first obstacle. Last time this happened was back in Tournament 1, but today I was expecting so much more from DJ Dilly. Out on an obstacle he beat last tournament easily. And now, walking up the starting line with number 59 is PrjRoman 58. Now, the reason he got that number was purely because of the lottery, but honestly, that was more of a coincidence than anything else. Now, PrjRoman 58 made it to Whirlpool last tournament, but was one of the rare occurrences where we saw someone actually not fail a transition. He actually failed while transferring through the second cyclone. So, with a bit of an abstract failure, we want to see what he's able to do this time. And yeah, after seeing a strong competitor like DJ Dilly go down on Boyoishi, you can tell that was a lot more of a cautious approach there through Boyoishi. Did not want to ensure that he would be the second in a row to fail that. So now going another slow technique through Rolling Marta, really wants to ensure that he's able to get back to obstacle number 3, and here he is. Got Defying Gravity up in front of him. A lot different of a challenge than Whirlpool, going sideways, and it doesn't work out for him. Able to connect with the log, but not the log, but with the wall. But unfortunately, just could not stay on it. Oh yeah, you can see him saying another third obstacle fail. The 11th this tournament to go down on Defying Gravity. So unfortunate to see. We've seen 59 competitors attempt this brutal first stage, but only 2 of them have been able to make it to the end. We are at the lowest clear rate at this point in the competition in Robloxian SASUKE history. Now again, psyched up by a Comet Wave, one of those who was able to clear the first stage is number 60, Time Bomb Takeover Alt, better known as Torin. One of the members of my team on the Roblox Ninja League, the Alaska Avalanche, led by Vaxanu. So got a lot of hope here to see what he is able to do here. Got onto that first stone of Boyoishi, but took a lot of jumps there to ensure that he was fully on it. Now gonna go a lot faster, looks like, as he's going through here, going forward here. It looks like the fail from DJ Dilly going sideways is still fresh in the minds of these competitors. Looks like he might have gone on the log of Rolling Marta, but then fell off almost instantly, but able to save it, and he's gonna continue to keep going down, but Time Bomb Takeover Alt is not going at the fastest pace if he wants to join Comet Wave as one of those people who have been able to clear this first stage, and unfortunately not able to get onto that second wall defying gravity. Just got the distance, but I just don't think he moved his character far enough in. And yeah, you can tell he's very shocked by what happened there. Oh, and says he would have been able to complete Twin Dia too. So it's just so unfortunate to see that part of Ninja not knowing how you're going to do. That's one of the most evil aspects of it.
I feel good going into this new era. I didn't really do as well as I wanted to the first time because, like, I fell in the metal spin even though I practiced. So I feel like under this new name, I can get back to the third stage. I'm really worried about the last obstacle, Swinging Forest, because it just takes a lot of precision and a lot of time. So I'm just hoping I can get through that. And otherwise, I feel like I can complete the first stage for the third tournament in a row.
Volneo's got the consistency that a lot of competitors dream of in Robloxian SASUKE. 2 back-to-back trips to the second stage and 1 trip to the third stage that almost led to him clearing the stage when he failed Pipe Slider, but last tournament just went down on Metal Spin, the only competitor to fail that brand new obstacle. So wants to be able to get back to the second stage, 1, to be able to get himself 3 clears in a row, something that only Yas 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has been able to accomplish in Robloxian SASUKE, but also to get his revenge on Metal Spin. So Volneo, formerly known as A Thunderbird, with this new name, he has been competing a lot more in a lot of competitions this year, especially. He was able to make it to the third stage in Steel Castle's Renewal, so it is very possible for him to be able to have a very similar result to that. As we've seen, both competitors who have cleared the first stage so far have also been able to clear in Steel Castle 4. So that trend could very well continue here with Volneo, given the fact that he shares pretty much what's needed right now, and already through 4 out of the 8 obstacles with 45 seconds left. Thunder really struggled with time management last tournament, but in tournament 2, he was one of the fastest. So could he make sure that on a stage that's so time heavy, he needs to just keep moving, and that's exactly what he has done so far. 32 seconds left as he heads on to Soritasuke Bay, but this obstacle has been ending the dreams of a few competitors so far and resulted in a few time-ups as well. So Volneo gotta be able to get up here. Come on, reach up there, able to get it just barely. Any later in that wall would have for sure made him not be able to get up it, and able to get through key change as well. 13 seconds left, about on the same pace as every competitor, but Swinging Forest is an obstacle he's been worried about. Taking a lot of time here to line up each of these precise transitions. 4 seconds left, going to backspin, get the dismount bot! Yes! Alright! Volneo for the 3rd tournament in a row, able to get through the first stage. And for a second, it looks like he was scared like he would have ran out of time, but no. 1.7 seconds left, was able to get through it just barely by the skin of his teeth. Able to get through a lot of the obstacles very quickly. Him going fast on Twin Dire ultimately saved him when it came time for the later part of this course, because Soritasuke Bay, taking all those attempts to get up the wall, ultimately could have cost him if he took even one more attempt on it. But by the time he made it to Swinging Forest, he somehow was able to time manage perfectly and was able to just get himself through each of those sets of ropes, get himself to the dismount, and for the 3rd tournament in a row, be able to complete this obstacle, this supersized version of this obstacle, and get to the buzzer. And his friends celebrating him on the starting line. Rich Squigs and Lyrical Wonders. Both these competitors very much want to see a competitor, have wanted to see a competitor be able to clear. Lyric, unfortunately, unable to get through the stage, went down on Swinging Forest. So it's great to see someone be able to clear the obstacle after you fail it. Volneo for the 3rd consecutive tournament onto the 2nd stage. Following up that clear from Volneo, it's going to be number 62, Fion Jr. 11. Now, Fion, one of the most skilled in Roblox Ninja during his heyday, has recently made a return to the competition last tournament, made his debut on Robloxian SASUKE, and put up a very good fight, almost beat Swinging Force, but had a very wonky dismount and could not complete it. So, Fion with attempt number 2, anything is possible for him to be able to execute on this course. Fion's such a skilled competitor. I've already said it before, but he is one of those people that can just perform years after what is viewed to be their prime and just do so absolutely amazing. Took a few years off of Roblox Ninja, but has recently come back with a bang. And you're seeing that right then and there, already through 2 obstacles, now getting ready to complete Defying Gravity. That was an obstacle that he was unable to reach last tournament, but he made it look so simple. And now getting into Twin Dia, an obstacle that he ran in for this tournament, gets the dismount, and that gives him a personal best. Able to get through 4 obstacles, 4 left to face, and this is going to be another new obstacle for him to face, the 4th new obstacle for him in a row in Jump Hang. So, another competitor going up to the top of this net. It's a smart move if you want to play it safe. Going to be a little bit more time heavy, but he's able to get through that, and now into SASUKE for his first time, unable to get it on attempt number 1, but he has been moving very speedily through this course. 20 seconds left for key change. Now going to size up the jump onto it, gets a perfect dismount off of that. Seemed very comfortable on it, and now heading into Swinging Force. We could see a back-to-back clear. Fion Jr. 11 swinging a little bit sideways. No! Fion Jr. 11 just did not line the rope up perfectly and could not connect him for the 2nd tournament in a row. Swinging Force is his undoing. And yeah, you can see he agrees the fact that he unfortunately just messed up that angle, could not connect, but still very, very good run. Gives himself the personal best, but once again, it's this brutal obstacle that he's unable to clear yet again, but it shows that he could do it in the future. And now up next for attempt number 3 at Robloxian SASUKE under a new name and actually a new account altogether. This is Brando the Rando 4. Wanted to run on Brando_44343, but that account randomly just got deleted. So had to make a new one in time for this tournament. And Brando the Rando 4 is now getting ready for his 3rd attempt at Robloxian SASUKE. Last 2 tournaments has gone down on Whirlpool, but just like so many other competitors, Whirlpool is gone, and as a result, they have been able to shine on this course. So, got Defying Gravity up in front of him. These 3 walls, unable to reach it in tournament 3. Able to get onto that last one. Got the dismount, just barely hit his head on the last one, and almost came up short actually of the dismount, but able to stay alive. And now has Twin Dia up in front of him. Gotta get the next one, just barely. Brando the Rando 4 kind of playing with fire here on his attempt, but still continuing to persevere with his personal best run. Getting into the net of Jump Hang here. 35 seconds left on the clock as he starts climbing up to the top of the net. Opting to skip that last portion of the net to save some time. That's a smart move there. Knew he was in a little bit of a time crunch, and that's going to be very validated here as he misses his first attempt on SASUKE. Able to get it though on attempt number 2. So, he changed up next. 1 of 2 ups left and it activates too early! Rando, the Rando 4, unable to get through, and you can tell he's very, very shocked by what happened there. Very disappointed at what happened. And that is our first example here of how sensitive that keyboard is. That marking there, if you see at the start of the starting platform, that's actually where to indicate where to jump. But he decides to walk past that and makes contact just slightly with the keyboard. And from that point, it drops, and you can tell he realizes that, says the piano activated, and that couldn't be more true. And that lapse in judgment ultimately sends Brando out here, unfortunately. Lexios trains for Ninja in real life, but has not had any training for Robloxian SASUKE 4, but still able to make it work as he's on to obstacle 3 of 8, but bumps his head there on Defying Gravity. That is one of those obstacles that is so hard to attempt if you have not practiced it. Bumps his head. Twister is one of the main developers behind Ninja Challenge, one of the most successful automated ninja games on Roblox, has already made it through one obstacle and now has Rolling Monster in front of him, but cannot stay centered on the log and unfortunately dumps him straight into the water. So unfortunate. Ninjago Hero has already done better than he did last tournament by beating Boyuishi, but now has Rolling Marta up in front of him. Got the log moving, but he's not rolling with it, and he just gets dumped right off the log. Had made no attempts to move with the log, and that just made him fall off instantly. Potato Man 1887 is putting on a great newcomer performance, already through 3 obstacles, and now has Twin Dia in front of him. Moving very quickly, and he just did not rest there to wait for the perfect timing to get onto that second diamond and slams right into it. Bombalam is here after a 1 tournament absence and moving very slowly here. onto boy. We see an obstacle that he was not able to attempt. Going for the mountain, he doesn't get it, and he falls right off the starting platform. An unfortunate sophomore appearance here from Famala. Mr. Headball, donning this tournament's number 69, is taking some time here to get through Twin Dia. And he's using up a lot of rotation, and is unfortunately not able to connect with the second diamond here, unfortunately ending his newcomer performance. Up next to run the first stage is someone who's been wanting to make his debut for a long time. It's K-Fly100. Like him or hate him, K-Fly's skill cannot be overlooked. Every time he steps up to the starting line, everyone knows what to expect. A fast and flawless run. And so often he delivers on that reputation. It's almost a given that he completes the first stage on every course he runs, and it's usually with one of the fastest times as well. However, the later stages are truly where he shines. His third stage runs have impressed many as of late, and that recently culminated in him reaching the final stage in Sasuke Roblox Warrior 1. Despite being unable to get to the top of that tower, it shows that he can reach the heights that so many struggle to achieve. K-Fly is such a skilled athlete, his consistency is one of the most notable and best in the community. He's wanted to get a shot at the course for such a long time, and given the fact he's trained hard for this tournament, the sky is the limit for what he is able to do. With him making it deep into other renewals, can he continue this trend and become clear number 4? Yeah, you can see 69 attempts and only 3 have been able to clear. So he wants to be able to become just the 4th to hit that first stage buzzer. He's done it in so many other difficult courses, and it is very possible like he is able to do it here. Was able to actually place first in one of the pre-tournament minis held before the tournament. So he knows that he is able to get gold when a lot of competitors do not expect it. And he is moving very quickly as well. K-Fly, one of the fastest in the community, prioritizes speed runs over anything else, and we are seeing that very quickly here. Just been on the course for 25 seconds, and he's already on the obstacle for Twin Dia. Going very quickly here onto that second diamond, and a very quick dismount, just the same. Now up next for K-Fly, it is going to be the straighted jump hang. And whoa, he's going to be opting to skip that lower peg. That way he's able to save some time, save some energy, and go very quickly up to the top of the net as well. That's something that we saw early with another competitor. And now look at the pace that K-Fly has. 30 seconds left for these final 3 obstacles. But Sword Hatsuke Bay has been a very troublesome obstacle for a lot of competitors. K-Fly fitting into that trend. Attempt number 3, unable to get up it. And now here is the point where we are starting to see his fast time on those first 5 obstacles be eaten up. 15 seconds left, and K-Fly unable to get up to the top of this wall. What is going on to K-Fly? Unable to get up it again here. Trying to go for the skip. And he misses, and course is out there. K-Fly100 unable to beat that Sword Hatsuke Bay, and he's gonna keep going as if nothing happened. And it's so unfortunate to see Sword Hatsuke Bay eliminates him on the course, tries to go for a skip. If he was able to get it, he still would have been eliminated regardless. But still, so unfortunate to see out of a strong competitor not able to beat this course just like so many. Episode 2 of Robloxian SASUKE 4 is over, and we finally have some hope. 40 competitors attempted the course in the largest wave for the tournament, and despite the continued number of fails, 3 competitors were able to do the unthinkable and complete this brutal first stage. Second stage newbie Comet Wave joins veterans Robotic Pie and Volneo as the star-studded cast heading into the time trial. The outlook for the tournament was beginning to look a little bit grim, but thankfully these 3 brave athletes could complete the 8-obstacle gauntlet and secure a spot onward. Combat stands with the fastest time as of now, only 7.9 seconds left on the clock, truly showing how tiny the margin of error is for the tournament. But as we near the end of the day, the level of skill continues to increase. Next episode, it's the first stage finale. The final 30 competitors try to match the finish before them, and they want to show the Kanzen Renewal what they're made of. This group includes a dude who does YT2, one of 2 newcomers to reach the 3rd stage last tournament, NYC Stiff Socks 69, the last Robloxian standing of Tournament 1, and yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, the grand champion who is hoping to close out the first stage with his 4th consecutive clear. Those 3 and 27 others in next episode. Until then, this is Jamie Dorino signing off. We'll see you next time for Robloxian SASUKE.